the wrestling world is still reeling. News broke on June 1, 2025. R-Truth, a man synonymous with WWE Entertainment for decades, was released. This wasn't just another name on a list, this was R-Truth. For many fans, the idea of him not being part of the WWE landscape felt almost impossible. He was a constant, a reliable source of laughter and surprising athleticism. The shockwaves are palpable. This departure hits differently, cutting deeper than many previous releases and leaving a significant question mark over the company's current strategy and an undeniable void in its weekly programming. The immediate future feels a little less fun without him. R-Truth's value to WWE was immeasurable. He possessed a unique comedic timing that few could ever hope to replicate. His "What's up" catchphrase became an iconic part of wrestling culture. Children loved him. Adults respected his dedication to his character. He could generate a reaction from any crowd, anywhere in the world. Whether he was chasing an imaginary 24/7 championship, or engaging in genuinely hilarious backstage segments, Truth delivered. He understood the assignment every single time. His ability to connect with the audience on such a fundamental, joyful level made him an indispensable asset for so many years, a true gem in the often grueling world of professional wrestling. Beyond the comedy, R-Truth was a consummate professional. He dedicated over 2 decades of his career across multiple stints to WWE. He was known for his reliability and his positive presence backstage. Younger talent often spoke of his willingness to offer advice and support. He wasn't just a comedy act, he was a solid in-ring performer who could be counted on to have a good match. His longevity in such a demanding industry speaks volumes about his work ethic and his passion for the business. He truly loved performing for the WWE Universe, and that genuine affection always shone through brightly. The departure of such a beloved and long-tenured figure is profoundly unsettling. It sends a stark message throughout the locker room and to the fan base. If someone as popular, as reliable, and as universally liked as R-Truth can be let go, then who is truly safe? This decision has understandably sparked a considerable amount of discussion and concern. It makes one wonder about the criteria for these releases. Is it purely a financial decision, or are there other, less transparent factors at play? The loss of R-Truth is not just a loss of a character, but the loss of a genuine WWE icon. R-Truth's release, as shocking as it is, unfortunately, isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a wider, deeply concerning pattern of talent cuts by WWE. Just last month, in May 2025, a significant number of wrestlers were let go. This group included major names like Braun Strowman, who was actively involved in a program with the United States champion Jacob Fatu. Shayna Baszler, a former dominant force in NXT and a key part of Pure Fusion Collective, was also released. These weren't undercard talents. These were established stars who fans had invested in, making their exits all the more bewildering for the audience. The May clearout also saw Dakota Kai, a pivotal member of Damage CTRL and recently contending for the Women's Intercontinental title, handed her papers. Tag team specialists Caden Carter and Katana Chance, alongside promising NXT talents like Cora Jade and Gigi Dolan, were also part of this extensive list. This shows the cuts are impacting all levels of the roster, from main event players to those still developing. The sheer number of releases in one go, reportedly over 15 individuals, sent a chilling message. It demonstrated a ruthless approach to roster management that has become increasingly common in recent times, leaving many to question the stability of a WWE contract. This trend didn't begin in May. Earlier in 2025, the company made other notable cuts. In February, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows of the OC were let go, along with Giovanni Vinci. Just days before that, Sonya Deville, despite her stable Pure Fusion Collective continuing, found herself released. Blair Davenport, the authors of Pain, Akam and Rezar, with Paul Ellering, and Cedric Alexander also departed. These names represent a significant loss of talent and experience. Each release chips away at the depth of the roster and the variety of performers available to craft compelling television each and every week for the global fan base. The consistency of these releases throughout late 2024 and into 2025 creates an undeniable atmosphere of uncertainty. From Baron Corbin and Tegan Nox in November 2024, to Bobby Lashley, whose contract expired in August 2024, the list is long and varied. It includes veterans, mid-card acts, and developmental prospects. This continuous cycle of hiring and firing, often without clear public reasoning, leaves both the talent and the audience on edge. It fosters an environment where long-term investment in characters feels risky for fans, as their favorites could disappear at any moment without warning or satisfactory explanation from the company. One of the most frustrating aspects of these frequent WWE talent releases is the distinct lack of transparency from the company. Typically, official announcements are brief, if they come at all. The reasons provided when they do surface are often vague and unsatisfying. Budget cuts is a common refrain, yet this explanation is frequently met with widespread skepticism, particularly when WWE is reporting record profits and signing lucrative media deals. Fans are not naive. They see the financial reports and question the necessity of these cuts when the company appears to be thriving financially, making the justification ring hollow. Another oft-cited reason is that creative has nothing for you. While this might be true in some instances, it feels like a catch-all excuse that dismisses the talent's potential and the company's responsibility to find engaging storylines for its contracted performers. For wrestlers who have dedicated years to the company, this explanation can be particularly disheartening. It offers little solace and even less clarity about why their contributions are no longer valued. This lack of detailed, honest communication breeds resentment and fuels speculation, which often paints the company in a negative light across social media platforms and wrestling news outlets. The impact of this opacity on the remaining talent in the locker room cannot be overstated. It creates a pervasive sense of insecurity. Wrestlers see their colleagues, some with ongoing storylines or significant fan followings, suddenly dismissed. This naturally leads to questions about their own job security, regardless of their current standing or perceived popularity. How can talent fully commit and invest in their characters and the company's direction when they feel their employment is so precarious? This constant underlying fear can stifle creativity and morale, which is detrimental to the overall product that fans see on screen each week. For the fan base, this lack of clear communication is equally maddening. Fans invest their time, money, and emotions into these performers. To see them vanish without a proper explanation erodes the trust between the audience and the promotion. It can lead to disillusionment and a feeling that the company does not value its talent or its supporters. When popular wrestlers are released, especially those with whom fans have a strong connection, it can damage that crucial bond. Over time, this persistent lack of transparency and perceived disregard for talent can lead to fans disengaging from the product altogether, seeking entertainment elsewhere. The departure of seasoned veterans like R-Truth represents a far greater loss than just one performer disappearing from television screens. These experienced individuals carry with them a wealth of institutional knowledge. They understand the nuances of performing for a global audience, the intricacies of television production, and the demands of life on the road. This kind of wisdom is invaluable. When these veterans leave, that accumulated experience walks out the door with them, leaving a significant gap in the collective knowledge base of the locker room. This can have long-lasting negative effects on the development of the next generation of stars. Moreover, veterans often serve as crucial mentors and leaders within the locker room. They guide younger talent, offering advice on everything from in-ring psychology to navigating backstage politics. R-Truth was widely respected for precisely this kind of supportive role. His absence and the absence of other experienced wrestlers cut in recent times creates a mentorship void. Who will now fill that role of offering day-to-day guidance to the up-and-coming stars who are still learning the ropes? This loss of guidance can slow down the development of younger performers and potentially impact the overall quality of the product in the long term. These decisions inevitably bring WWE's overall business strategy under intense scrutiny, especially in this post-Vince McMahon era, with Paul Triple H Levesque now firmly at the helm. Of creative fans and industry observers are trying to understand the long-term vision. Are these frequent cuts a deliberate strategy to continually refresh the roster, or are they indicative of a more reactive, perhaps financially driven approach? The lack of clear communication makes it difficult to discern the overarching plan. It leaves many questioning whether this constant churn is truly beneficial for the company's health and its relationship with its dedicated fan base. Ultimately, the consistent culling of talent, particularly beloved figures and experienced hands, raises serious questions about the company's values and its future direction. What message does it send when loyalty and long-term service do not guarantee security? While wrestling is undeniably a business, the human element cannot be entirely dismissed without consequence. The erosion of trust, both within the locker room and among the audience, is a significant price to pay. One has to wonder what the WWE roster will look like in another year, and whether these decisions will strengthen the company or ultimately weaken its foundations and alienate its core supporters.